20 tokens, you will see that the economy tokens come from no other wallet than this one here, which is our well-known Invacio main distribution wallet. So my question to you now is, why does Invacio distribution wallet send 286,966 economy tokens to the same wallet that dumped millions, that received 780 Ethereum from the dumpers? For me, there's only one conclusion, and that conclusion is the dumper has to be Invacio themselves. And in my opinion, there's only one person who has connections to all of these wallets, and that is William West, the CEO and founder of Invacio himself. Hello everyone, this is another video about Invacio or Invacio, or however you want to call that shitcoin. Thing is, it has been apparent that during the ICO there has been a lot of dumping going on, and Invacio blamed a lot of people instead of looking in the mirror and actually admitting that it was an insider that did a lot of the selling. Millions of Invacio coins actually. So I've been looking into this for a long time. I've been studying some of the claims they made, like the divorce case, where they claimed that a divorced couple had to sell 1.8 million tokens. They provided the purchase contract, they provided the wallets in question, but it turned out very quickly that these tokens had never been sold, and also the person involved, the so-called divorced wife, came out and said, no, I hadn't been divorced, actually we hadn't been even married before, and I did not purchase these coins together with a partner, except for my mother. So it was a mother and daughter couple and not a divorced couple, and they did not sell. So whatever this story was about, it was, in my opinion, just an attempt by Invacio to from their own selling. And they have been blaming a lot of people. They also blamed former staff for selling, former employees, former team members. Later on, they did. During the ICO, they always said none of the team members had been selling. None of the team members had been selling. It turned out that all of them had been selling. Just Invacio released this information much, much later on in order to blame other people. So anyway, now in this video, I'm going to show you a little bit of what has been going on behind the scenes, and we are here in Etherscan, where you can see the Invacio main distribution wallet, which is this here, 0x90D12BC. Remember this, because we're gonna jump around a little bit. So here you can see all of the transactions. We go and show more now, and we go to the very last page. So what you can see here is actually quite interesting. So about a year ago, William West, the founder and CEO of Invacio, he actually purchased Plexcoin. Here you can see the Plexcoin that he purchased. He also later on said, yeah, he knew that it was a scam, but he wanted to test it anyway. There was articles about it. They also gave some free Invacio tokens out to people who got scammed by Plexcoin. Anyway, you can see, so this is his Plexcoin purchase. Let's go back a little bit. Okay, so now here you can see this is the initial Invacio coin that was distributed and then later pulled back. So why did they do it? Invacio claimed that what they did is they handed out a lot of Invacio tokens to team members that they then no longer wanted. So they wanted to get these tokens back from the team members, and what they did is they destroyed the entire contract. So as you can see here, this ERC20 INF is the old Invacio token. And then here, 189 days ago, they created a new contract, and which is this one here. We can have back here. They used this wallet before to buy some other shit like candy coins and whatever, but here you can see, okay, here they created 60 million Invacio coins. This is exactly the first 60 million that they created, and then they transferred 59.9 million of these to the wallet 0x90D12 BC and so on, which is this wallet here. So I'm going to close this. So this is this wallet, and then from here they started the distribution. They started distributing all of the here you can see that they started distributing from the 59.9 million that they received. They started distributing all of these here. So here is someone who got 40,000 and another 460,000. We're not going to talk about this. You can see, so they distributed, and now if we have a look, so they started distributing. We go one page further up, and what I did is very simple. I just went through the list, the distribution list here, to see who got larger numbers of Invacio tokens. I just wanted to know what happened with those, because they said, well, the biggest purchases, they didn't dump at all. That was the initial claim. Now what we have here is, so here we have one which received 10 million. This is one of the Invacio own operation wallets, and then here's another one which received 4 million. So this is an interesting one. So here you can see from the distribution wallet, this is actually one of the main Invacio distribution wallets. They did a lot of, they distributed millions of their coins from this wallet here, as you could just see. And this one here transferred to this wallet 4,059,010 Invacio coins. And it then did two more transfers, only two more transfers. And that is interesting, only two more transfers. And the first one went to Bancor, 89,261. This one here is actually the initial fund to the Invacio Bancor wallet, because when Invacio first funded Bancor, they needed to provide them with Invacio tokens as well as Ethereum in order to get the whole thing started. So we can go back to the first day. You can see here. So here is the initial transfer coming in. So because it's a relay, it works this way, that usually there is always an incoming and an outgoing transfer, as you can see here at the same time. So 180 days, 17 hours ago, they received both from Invacio coin as well as the Bancor relay token. And then you can see here that usually the amounts are the same. So it's something coming in and there's something coming out. This is because exchange wallet. It is a, so you always need Bancor relay as well as Invacio tokens. You need both of it. Okay, this is the initial funding. And then we are left with 3.960749. So 3.9 million Invacio coins, and they are being transferred forward to this wallet here, 0x960A12, which is this one here. See, I had it already open here and went to the very last page. Now this is a very interesting thing, because now if you remember correctly, this wallet here received 4 million from the Invacio distribution wallet, then transferred 3.9 million to 0x960A12. 0x960A12 also received several direct transfers from the Invacio distribution wallet. 10,000, 80,000, 50,000, another 50,000, 200,000, and it also received from other wallets. This is the incoming 3.9 million. So from this wallet here. So one transfer from the main distribution wallet over here, funding Bancor wallet, and then transferring the remaining 3.9 to this wallet. But why, if this one receives 3.9 million, why does it also receive several other transfers from the main distribution wallet? And then have a look at this. Where do these transactions actually end up? So you receive 10,000, and immediately after they are being transferred out here. It's always the same address. Out address is always the same. Why? Where does it go to? Very simple. This here is actually, as you can see, Bancor. This is a Bancor wallet. Now, there's already, I find it already very strange. So this connection here, right? So receiving directly from the main distribution wallet and then also in between. But then this wallet, it had more than 4 million inf. It kept on selling. This all of these, this is all out here, all out, selling it on Bancor. And then they also transferred out another more than 1 million to this wallet here, another 800,000 to the same wallet, and another 1 million to this wallet. So maybe they didn't keep on selling, they just kept it there. But no, they didn't. Here you can see, so here 100,000 going in straight out to IDEX, coming in from the wallet we just seen, 1 million, and another 100,000, 1.1 million straight out to IDEX, coming in another 519 from IDEX, but out again to IDEX, and it keeps on going. There's another 800,000, another 1 million coming in, 1.799 going out to IDEX. So they just kept on selling tokens. Here a little bit comes back in, but then goes out again. So they kept on selling most of it. Here, this one here, 514,000. Let's have a look at this one. Yeah, you can see here. Here 514 in, out to IDEX, out to IDEX, out, out. So this is very, very clear. They kept on selling. They kept on selling through these few wallets. So the 0xFB42C was selling. It was also funded from 0x96812, which was also selling directly, but also forwarding to another wallet and then selling from there. And a third wallet, which was this one here. Have a look what this does. 625,000 went to this one. Okay, coming in here, whoop, straight out to IDEX, and then he didn't sell all of them. Went onwards to this. What happened here? They sent it further, and then, interestingly enough, they send it to the burn address. So it seems that whoever has been selling a lot, they also send around 300,000 inf coin to the burn address. So that seems strange. Either you're a dumper or you're a long-term holder, aren't you? So let's see where all of that other stuff ended up. Here they received some inf coin coming in, going out to Mercatox. Huh. Going out to Mercatox, 226,000. So that supposed inf holder who also has an interest in burning inf token for some reason is at the same time someone who is selling hundreds of thousands of inf on Mercatox. Doesn't make sense to me. Very strange. Now, going back to these ones here. So this is where millions of inf token have been accumulated, transferred to, and then being sold off. But what actually happened with all of these? Now we can find it out very simple by going here. So here you can see what happened internally, how this wallet 0x96812A and so on, how much Ethereum it actually received. So they started selling a long time ago. You can see this is the address, this is the internal transactions, meaning every single time they sold some of the inf, they received Ethereum. So they received 13, 30, 15, 32, 32, 18, 29, 29. So they received a whole lot of Ethereum if you go through the list. And it always comes from exactly the same address, as you can see here, right? So what address is it actually? It is, if you have a look, it is coming from Banker. It's the Banker Ethereum token. So every single time they sold some of the Invacio on the Banker platform, on the Banker exchange, they received Banker Ethereum token in exchange for it. Makes it very clear from looking at these transactions. And then they started to send out some of the Ether. So 13 Ether went here, coming in from here. Then they send it further. And now, this is an interesting one. Okay, see this? Just by following some of the larger Ethereum holdings, you will find this one here, 0x380. And in here, you can see the same wallets that used to be big dumpers. So 0xFB42C, they dumped several million actually. 0x96812, they also dumped several million. Again, the same wallets that shop here all the time. Look at this: 70th, 44 Ethereum, 20 Ethereum, 46, 20, 25, 80. So this is a lot of Ethereum coming in here. And then at this point, 717 Ethereum had been collected and been sent out to this address here. Been sent out to this address. You can see it here. So here it's coming in 717 and then going to IDEX. So all the Ethereum that they accumulated by dumping millions of Ethereum, put it on IDEX and buy back low. So maybe dump, then pump and dump again. We don't know. But anyway, it didn't plan out. They pulled it out again, put the whole, including some more, back to the same wallet address, and then, as you can see here, it's coming back in 729, not much later, about a day later, and then a few more come in, and then it sat there for a while. 776 Ethereum sat there for roughly 100 days, and then 62 days ago they transferred it out to this account, which is this wallet here, and from this wallet onwards they sent 776.8 Ethereum out to Binance. It's their good right. I mean, they just dumped millions of inf, kept the Ethereum for a while, and now they send it to Binance to go on a shopping spree. Now the question remains, who is that actually, right? Who actually is the owner? We had asked Invacio about the nature of these wallets before. We were told it is a large Invacio client and their name will not be revealed. Now, first of all, I find it very strange that this large client was the only one that got funded from this wallet that also funded the Banker wallet. That's the first strange occurrence to me personally. The second thing, as I said, is that when you go back to this one here, that this wallet that's been funded at 4.9 million also received several large transfers of INF token right at the start of the distribution, not in one go, but in several transfers, and then sold off right away, only to a few days later receive another huge amount of INF. But that's not enough, because as you can see, the 776 Ethereum from the dumpers ended up on Binance on this wallet here. And then there's something interesting about this wallet, because this wallet here, see, it also says economy. If you now go on ERC20 tokens, you will see that the economy tokens come from no other wallet than this one here, which is our well-known Invacio main distribution wallet. So my question to you now is, why does Invacio distribution wallet send 286,966 economy tokens to the same wallet that dumped millions, that received 780 Ethereum from the dumpers. For me, there's only one conclusion, and that conclusion is the dumper has to be Invacio themselves. And in my opinion, there's only one person who has connections to all of these wallets, and that is William West, the CEO and founder of Invacio himself. For me, he is the main reason that all of the price crashed. He is the main dumper. He had access to all the wallets. He had done the audit by himself. No one except for him knew exactly what kind of tokens were purchased. He could have made up a lot of token purchases during the ICO, distributing later to certain wallets that were all his own by him, and then dumping it without anyone noticing. And for me, this is the final straw. For me, it is 100% clear. He is the main dumper. I don't assume that any of the cult followers of Invacio is going to believe that. That's up to you, but I hope I opened the eyes for some of the other people. Good luck to anyone holding. You will need it. To everyone else, stay clear of this shit. Thanks for watching.